Why do we think we're in control? Published in 2001 by Nassim Taleb, Fooled by Randomness explores how deeply chance influences our lives, especially in trading and investing. It was one of the first books to challenge the illusion of skill in markets dominated by uncertainty. We all know how good success feels, especially in trading. You have a profitable week, you nail an entry, you time the exit perfectly. It feels like proof of your skill, like you're making the right decisions for all the right reasons. But Taleb wants you to ask yourself a tough question. What if I just got lucky? His book explores how often we mistake chance for skill. It shows how that mistake leads people to take risks they don't understand. This happens especially in complex systems like financial markets, where cause and effect are rarely obvious. Taleb's view is clear. Financial markets are full of randomness. It's everywhere, but we don't see it. Instead, we see patterns, connections, certainty. And that's where the problem begins. To make sense of it all, we craft stories. We tell ourselves, I had a strong thesis, or the setup was perfect. But are those stories true? Or are they just a way to explain something that wasn't really explainable? Taleb calls out survivorship bias, our tendency to notice only those who succeed while ignoring the many who didn't make it. Look at the trading world. Thousands of traders place positions. Every day, most disappear without a trace. But the few who are left standing become the models we study. It's easy to assume they were more skilled, but maybe they were just luckier. This logic goes far beyond the charts. Think about history. We remember Napoleon for his military brilliance. But how many other generals used the exact same aggressive tactics and ended their careers in defeat? We don't know their names. We rarely study them, which means we never learn from their failures. It's the same in trading. For every genius who went all in and was successful, there are 100 others who did the same and vanished. That's why the book remains relevant over 2 decades later. We live in a world with more data, more confidence, and still very little understanding of uncertainty. The markets may have changed, but our biases haven't. This bias fuels overconfidence. We think we understand cause and effect, that we succeeded because of something we did. We see a chart rise and say, I knew it would, but we didn't. We're rewriting the story to fit the outcome. And when that happens, we stop managing risk. We get attached to the idea of being right. And that's when people might make mistakes that lead to blowing up. Taleb argues that durability matters more than short-term results. You don't need to be correct all the time. You just need to be protected from irreversible damage. That's where asymmetry of risk comes in. It's the idea that small setbacks are acceptable if you're always positioned to benefit from larger moves. But even the best risk management can be overwhelmed by rare events. These are called black swans. These events aren't as rare as we think. That's because markets don't follow tidy curves. Extreme outcomes known as fat tails are more common than our models account for. Fooled by randomness isn't trying to scare you. It's trying to prepare you. It's not about how to outperform. It's about how to think, how to ask better questions, and how to protect yourself from your own certainty. So, what does this mean for us right now? It means that discipline will always matter more than bravado. The most consistent traders aren't necessarily the most aggressive. They're often the most cautious. They respect randomness. They manage risk. Above all, they survive when the market moves against them. So, who is this book for? If you're an experienced trader, it will validate your respect for the market's power. If you've had some early success, it will help you ask a vital question. Was that skill or was it luck? And if you're a new trader, this book is essential reading to avoid the most common traps. But most of all, it's for anyone who still believes they can predict the markets with certainty. Fooled by randomness won't give you a forecast, but it will give you the tools to avoid costly illusions and keep your edge grounded in reality. Join us next time on Trader's Playbook as we review You Are What You Risk by Michelle Wucker to explore how your unique relationship with risk shapes every financial decision you make. Don't miss our next episode. Subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, and share it with other traders. We'll see you next time.